A very good morning, students. Our another session of Advanced Financial Management after a long period of time. Now, in the previous session, we had discussed the eligibility requirement or criteria for IPO and FPO, that is, initial public offer and follow on public offer. Now, today we are going to have our new topic, that is public issue. When the company is going to raise the capital from the general public, when the company is going to raise the capital in an open market, so that process, that capital is known as public capital, and that issue is known as public issue. The main purpose of public issue, that is to raise a huge capital through maximum group of people. And when the requirement of capital is for the long period of time, then public issue is the only option through which a company is able to raise their huge amount for long period of time. When you are going to target your open market, when the issue is available to each and every group of people in each and every department, then the chances of success is maximum to maximum when the company want capital for the business. Suppose if the company is not going to choose the public issue and the company raises their capital through bank, then there are maximum chances that the company is not able to raise their 100% capital, because when the bank is going to sanction a loan to the company, then the bank is not going to sanction 100% amount, but he is only sanctioning 80% of the required capital. So, that is one of the biggest hurdles when the company is going to raise the capital from other sources. Now, if company choose public issue, then with the public issue, the company is able to choose his 100% capital. And if one investor is not going to invest in your organization, then there are lakhs of investors who are choosing your organization for the best investment option. So, the chances of success in IPO is maximum as compared to other options. Generally, the cost is involved at the time of raising the capital through public, but if you are getting the maximum return, maximum success through public issue, then the company is able to bet the nominal capital, that is known as cost of capital. Now it is written that public issue means raising funds from public. The purpose of public issue is to raise long-term capital through public. Promoters of the company may have plans for the company which may require infusion of money. If a company want to finalize their plan, if a company want to implement their plan, so for these the company required maximum amount of the money at a single time. So this requirement is going to be fulfilled with the help of public issue. The main purpose of the public issue, amongst others, is to raise money through public and get its shares listed at any of the recognized stock exchange in India. When the company is going to be public, so at that time they are going to issue the shares, and when an investor is going to invest in that particular company, then in the return of the capital he is getting the shares of the company, and that shares are listed in any of the recognized stock exchange, whether in BSE or in NSE. So with the listing in the stock exchange, the company is able to have the security of the amount that is to be raised by him, and the investors get maximum return or maximum interest by way of dividend through the public issues. So public issue is benefited for both the company and for the shareholders. Public issue is an offer for fresh issue or offer for sale of existing security by unlisted company. The public issue is to raise capital through public and gets its security listed at recognized stock exchange. Again, it is there. When an issue or offer of security is made to new investors for becoming a part of shareholders' family of the issuer, it is called a public issue. There is no compulsion for the purchase of security of the company. Actually, the company is welcoming the new investors, the new public, and offer them to become the part of the company's members or shareholders' family. Here, we are inviting our shareholders. We are not putting any force on them for the purchase of securities. Now, public issue can be further classified into first IPO, that is initial public offer, and second, that is FPO, that is further public offer or follow on public offer. Offer document is called prospectus in case of public issue, which contains all relevant information about the company, promoters, financial details, price and numbers of shares issued along with offering price, etc. When the company is going to plan for the public issue, so before conducting the IPO or FPO, the company need to advertise themselves. Now, this is not the common advertisement of the company that we are showing on any television, but this is a professional advertisement, and here the purpose of this promotion is getting 100% success in the public issue. Now for that purpose, the company is going to issue the offer document, and the offer document is called as prospectus. Now prospectus is the written material which contains each and every basic information of the company that the investor can easily use for the investment purpose, and it is required for the company to register these offer documents with the registrar of the companies. Registrar of the company is going to analyze the details which the company want to include in their offer documents. Now here the registrar is going to check the validity of the information which the organization wants to share with the general public. If the information is feasible, then and then the registrar is going to register the offer document of the company. And if the information is fake, the validation of the information is not there, so at that time the registrar is going to cancel the offer document, and by this way the offer document is not available to the general public. The next point, that is advantages of IPO. The first one, money non-refundable on equity in case of winding up of the company or buyback of shares. In any situation, the company is not going to return the capital to the shareholders. So the company enjoys the huge capital which was issued through IPO for the maximum period of time. So that is the first advantages. Second one, no financial burden. To conduct any public issue, the company is not going to have or not going to put any securities by way of mortgage to anyone. So this option is totally free from any financial burden. To conduct public issue, the company does not require any kind of mortgage, or they are not going to put any securities for the conduction of the issue. The third one, listing of security at stock exchanges make transferability of the security, which provides better liquidity to securities. When the securities are registered at any stock exchange, then it is very easy for an investor for the transfer of security to anyone. If an investor want to sell or repurchase the security of the same company, then that is possible if the securities are listed in any of the stock exchanges. Then after, investors seek an appreciation of their investment and possibly dividend. There are chances that investors will get the return by way of dividend if the company is earning supernormal profit or the normal profit. Then after, company can obtain capital easier for future needs through offering new issues. With the public issue, a company is able to raise maximum capital with the easy steps. Then after, public issue increases public awareness of the company, as each and every details are there in the offer document. Then now the basic details are easily available to the general public, which is helpful to them to take any financial decisions. Public issue may also generate attention in press and in electronic media. Basically, the company is not going to advertise themselves, but when they are going to issue the offer document or when they are going to conduct any IPO, then each and every media persons are going to focus the company who has a very good offer document and whose IPO is also good. Then after, public issue provides a public valuation of the company business. Here, the company is able to gain their value in the mind of public. If the offer document is sound, if the securities are registered in the stock exchange, and if the public issue is getting maximum success, then automatically the goodwill of the company will be high. So ultimately there are many advantages of the public issues. But again, with the advantages, there are some limitations of the public issues. First and foremostly, public issue is very expensive and it is very time consuming. For the public issue, minimum a company is spending 4 to 6 months from the starting through the end. A company need to follow the legal formalities to conduct any IPO, and that legal formalities are again very expensive and very time consuming. So these are the basic advantages and limitations of public issue. Now the next one, that is process of public issue. The whole process of public issue is divided into 12 different steps. Here one by one we are going to explain each and every one. The first one, that is proposed guidelines of SEBI. First and foremostly, a company need to follow the basic guideline of SEBI for the conduction of any IPO. And if the company is eligible as per the guidelines of SEBI, then and then the company is going to conduct any IPO. So the company need to fulfill the basic conditions which is there in the guidelines of SEBI. Then after second one, appointment of merchant banker. It is compulsory for the company to appoint a merchant banker who is also known as a lead manager, and that person is going to manage the whole issue. Then after third one, appointment of intermediaries. Now without intermediaries, a company is not going to approach the huge market. So the company need to appoint registrar to the issue, underwriters, bankers to issue, and the lead manager. So these are the basic criteria which a company needs to follow at the time of going public. Then after fourth one, filing offer documents. Now here the company first and foremostly need to prepare their offer documents, means the prospects in which the detail of the companies are there and why they are going to public and what are the basic advantages of being public. So, issuer company through public issue need to draft an offer documents with the guidelines of SEBI, and that offer document will be represented in front of the registrar to an issue. Then after, it is a duty of registrar to issue, that is to check the datas, the details which are there in the offer documents, and the registrar is going to check the validity of that particular that particular offer document. And if the offer document is going to match with the real condition of the company, then and then the company is able to conduct their IPO. Then after, intimation to stock exchange. Here the company is going to intimate the stock exchange that they want the registration from the stock exchange, and if the company is to be registered in a particular stock exchanges, then it will become very easy for the conduction of any IPO. Then after, underwriting agreements. Here the company is going to sign an agreement with the underwriters. Here underwriters are going to take the responsibility of unregistered stocks, and with the basic criteria that is minimum 5% obligations of the total issue or rupees 25 lakhs, whichever is lower. Then after, to place offer document on the website of the SEBI. Nowadays, it is mandatory, that is to place the prospect, that is the offer documents on the website. So with the help of that surfing on website and by seeing the offer documents, now the company gets clear idea and the investors also gets the clear idea about the same. Then after, listing of securities. Now company makes the listing application for the securities to the related recognized stock exchanges where the securities are to be listed and to be traded. Now the listing of securities are compulsion, means if the company is not registered in any stock exchanges, then it is very difficult to trade with the same securities. Then after dispatching materials, here one material is to be dispatched by the company to each and every one, that is the prospects, the offer document of the company. Then after separate bank account, basically for the deposition of the money of issued capital, a company need to open a separate bank account for the public issue. Then after minimum subscription. Now the minimum subscription, which is 90% of the issue offer amount, must be received by the company within 30 days. So this is to be followed by the company who wishes to conduct IPO. And the last one, that is allotment of shares. When the issues ended, so after the issue is closed, the company or lead merchant banker should ensure that the shares are allotted or application money are refunded after the allotment is completed. So this is the main process of public issue. So public issue is really very important one as far as your examination is concerned. Be prepared or get ready with the process of public issue. And apart from your examination, the public issue is really very helpful to make your investment sound and risk free. So that's all about today's session. Here we are going to end the session. Thank you so much.